and you're watching Video City TV HD. #1 platform for the emerging artists. Video City TV HD.
Hey everyone, what's up? It's your girl here, Miss Green, aka the Jamaican Princess, and today we are back with another great episode of the Top 5 Video Countdown. We have so much that we're going to discuss today from different black entrepreneurs, black businesses. You guys really don't want to miss this. If you are black, this is for you. Welcome to the Black Experience. We're down here at Wall Street. But right now we're about to hop into the number 5 music video. We got pure Dynamite with Poonani. Take it away, Video City. Hey Video City, and we are back. It's a girl here, Miss Green, and we are back with the Let's Talk by Norman Cole Network System. And we have a very special guest in the building today. We have Chadley Britton. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I am well. I just want to say I love your outfit. I love the jewelry.
Thank you.
Is this like a special clothing line or a jewelry line? That's just your style?
Yeah.
Isn't she dope? I like that. I really do like that. So let's talk about you. You started a movement, the female empowerment movement. Mm-hmm. Okay, when did you start this and why?
I started the Goddess Gathering 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I started it mainly because I felt there wasn't a space that women could go to feel safe to talk to each other or about certain issues they might have.
Oh, okay. So it's what kind of issues exactly?
Everything from self-love and how do we go about that with ourselves, with our partners, with our families, things that we talk about, or it can go anywhere from self-ritual, taking certain showers or baths or things that just boost the spirit more.
And how long have this movement been happening for? You said 2 years now?
2 years.
Okay, now is it open to all kinds of women, or do you
Absolutely.
garner towards a specific? Okay, so it's to anybody. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. So, where could we find more information on this? On your?
I do have a Facebook page called The Goddess Gathering, and then in the fall we will have a website.
Okay. And now, have you traveled around? Has it been only New York?
It was founded and stays in New York for right now, but hopefully we'll be able to move to other cities soon.
Right, I was going to ask if you're going to be doing a travel, because that sounds very interesting. And I've heard of something like that before in the past, and I got into it, but it's a long story. You're going to have to get into So anyway, so what is your goal or objective for this movement? And where do you see it going?
The main goal is to just reach women. And no matter how alone they might feel or how stigmatized they might feel about their questions about their bodies, to know that they have a place somewhere in the world that they can go to. So the goal is just to meet and greet and hold women in the light, as many as possible.
Now, because I know there's a lot of stuff out there, like we have movies and videos, and certain women are objectified and all these kind of things. Now, is this movement to challenge that? To just put women in a more positive light as well?
Absolutely. We have women from all walks of life and situations like that. So it's the idea of just knowing that no matter what you look like, no matter what your profession is, that you can come to this space and be held with your sisterhood.
And what's the age range?
The age range right now is 30s and above.
So no one 18?
No.
Nothing yet?
Not
is
yet.
It too explicit?
Not at all. A separate goal that I would have is to create something for the youth from 18, 19, 20 years old, but that is in the works right now. So.
Okay, so you have the Facebook page. You're going to create a website soon. Do you have an Instagram where people can just hit you up?
The Instagram will go up at the same time as the webpage.
All right, okay. Now, can people come to you and ask you questions via social media? Because I feel like this is more of a women come to each other to get upliftment and empowerment with each other. And those who aren't able to join yet, maybe you can talk to them prior.
Absolutely, I encourage that. If they didn't want to come into such a large forum of women, or the questions they have, they want to go to me or come to me specifically, that is more than encouraged and welcomed.
So what was one of the most challenging thing of creating this movement for you?
I would say the most challenging thing is to remind myself of why I was doing it, and knowing that the people and the women who had come to the group had such an amazing time, and just to remind myself to keep doing it because it was important, and it was important to them, so it was important to me.
Okay. And what was, without giving out any or too much information, what was like one of the most difficult issue or scenario that was brought to you in one of these gatherings where you had to like assist?
Well, one rule that I have in the gathering is that if a person feels uncomfortable with the topic or starts to feel combative or aggressive towards another person or doesn't agree with another person, I always tell them, please come to me or my co-facilitator, whoever that guest is, to come to us aside the group and speak to us. We have had women who have just had aggressive attitudes towards someone's response to something, and they didn't agree with it or something like that, and it was handled beautifully, and everybody was fine after I took them to the side and spoke it out, and then they came back and had a glass of wine and kept talking.
You said a glass of wine.
Absolutely.
That is the trick. Moscato. Anyways, so how can people join your organization?
There is a Facebook page called The Goddess Gathering, and in the fall there will be a website up, and on the website there will also be the announcements. You'll find the announcements now on the Facebook page, but on the website will be more geared to the announcement of the events.
Okay, all right, and this is once per month?
Just once a month.
1 week, I'm sorry, 1 day in the month?
It's once a month, whichever, usually a Friday or Saturdays, because I know people have very busy work schedules.
Yeah.
And at the door, or if a person wants to come and they want to be a part of the gathering, it's just a $20 donation.
All right, and do you have a staff, or is it just you?
For right now, it's just me.
Well, you were holding it down.
Just
you say it's
planning.
been 2 years?
2 years.
Shoot, it's better than me. I just have one final question, because you know, with a lot of women, there's always tend to be some cattiness going on. Women like to compete with each other and things like that. What's your opinion, or what's your suggestion, and how can this movement help remove that, and we can start working together and stronger?
That's a great question. One thing that I have noticed about every meeting is that all the pettiness and the cattiness and the comparativeness, it all goes out the window. As for some reason, I think deep down women really want to find a community within themselves,
right.
And they come and they laugh and they talk and they come and they network and they meet people that they might never meet in their everyday life. So I think when they're walking through that door, knowing what the topic is or knowing the environment, pettiness and cattiness goes away.
Okay, and this movement can definitely try to eradicate all that too. I mean, what's your viewpoint? Like, what do you think women needs to do more of to try to remove that competitive nature? Because we're all really just trying to work together.
Absolutely.
Because we already have it bad as it is.
Absolutely.
It's a man's world.
Absolutely. Really, it's a lot of self-reflection, self-work. If I'm sitting here across from you and, you know, those little dark thoughts or words come into my head, it's the whole idea of conscious thinking of stop. Why am I thinking this? I don't know this person. Why would I want something bad for you, or why would I compare myself to you? Where it's just bad energy, and
right.
it'll drain you at the end of the day. So
That
just
is
work,
very, very
just working on yourself always.
All right. Well, the Goddess Movement, is that correct?
The Goddess Gathering.
The Goddess Gathering. You heard it here first. You can find her on Facebook. Just type in the Goddess Gathering, spelled just how it sounds out. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're so very welcome. So right now we're going to hop into the number 4 music video. We got Sincere DaVinci with Wild Out. Take it away, Video City. Hey Video City, what's up? It is your girl here, Miss Green, aka the Jamaican Princess, and we are back. Right now I have a very special guest in the building. He's also a fellow Jamaican, so you know I'm already hype. We got Father El Nakar in the building today. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
Great.
Glad
So
to
can
be
I ask you a
here.
question? Where did the name come from? Is that your original name, or was that created?
That was a name that I earned by being a member of the 5% Nation. When I first got knowledge of self as a youth, my name was Born Asiatic Ruler Allah. And after you learn a certain amount of degrees, which we call the national teachings, which is 120 lessons, which consist of questions and answers that allow you to upgrade yourself mentally, morally, and culturally. You learn dress code, you learn dietary laws, you learn how to fast, and then you learn the laws of procreation, which is having children.
Right.
So that was the basis of how I got it. And once I learned the 120 lessons, I was able to earn the name father because I was always teaching people. So even as a youth, before I even got the name Born Asiatic, I was always teaching people. I was always willing to help people. So as a youth, my parents used to call me Little Professor. And in most households, Jamaicans, we call everybody Junior. So after they seen I like teaching, they said, we're going to call you Professor now. And then as I got older, I started learning, going out to different churches and learning the things that they was teaching wasn't from our culture. And that's when I got in the Nation Tour. That is the custom-made line. Everything you get from there, if you have it, ain't nobody else gonna have it because it's made just for you. And that's a line that all of the garments are made with strictly authentic African fabrics. We don't sell none of the Chinese prints and cutoffs and none of that. Strictly African.
Right.
Now the UB and Styles label, which is more geared toward retail, which my model was wearing one of those outfits, is a combination of African fabrics mixed with European fabrics for those people who are not as enthused by African material as some others are. And like with me, I found that in the early stages of starting my company, I had mostly Europeans buying a lot of my suits because Europeans in this country appreciate our culture more than we do. So my line.
Why is that, you think?
Well, because of the psychological trauma that we've been exposed to continuously, not that slavery ever stopped, it's still going on in different facets. And because it's institutionalized slavery in this country, it's hard for people to break out of it.
Right.
I've run across grown men, and fathers that had knowledge of self before I was born, and they still find themselves fighting that mental enslavement that was enforced on their foreparents to this day. And I even had a conversation with brothers at the Chronics concert last Saturday, and he was telling me that even him, he in his 60s, he said he finds himself still having that battle because it's something that's hard to get out of your head because it's been so pushed in there so hard.
Into it.
So with me, even with my clothes, I learned that, and that's why I made 2 lines for people who like African fabric but don't really know. And then the plus with my material or my garments is that when you buy something from us, you'll have a little hashtag or hang tag, as they call it, attached to it that'll tell you where that fabric came from and what was the purpose for it in the motherland.
Okay.
So if you want to go to a fabric store, you can say, I want such and such a fabric, instead of just going and say, oh, let me see your African fabric. You know what you want. Like this fabric here, this is Igbo fabric from Nigeria.
And they're all real authentic fabric is what you're saying. Is what you're wearing right now a part of your design, or is that just something you threw on?
UB and Styles
and it's real? So you made this? Okay.
I made the shirt.
It looks
and I
very
made the
like
pants,
Sergeant Marcus Garvey type.
Everybody says that. And this suit right here actually comes with a shirt that's long. Back in the 70s, they used to call it a walker suit.
Okay.
Because a lot of hustlers used to wear it. And
I really
it came
love
with
this.
a hat and it came with the pants. And the pants always had the cuff or whatever the shirt was. And the shirt was made in the length of a coat, but it's a shirt. And it had the cuff links, and then it had the puffs in it. And that's what this suit, but the top to this suit, one of my little nephews spilled something on it, so I didn't wear it.
It's all right.
Other than that, I would have wore it today. But
So let me ask, what is your overall goal for your design? What are you trying to convey to the audience? And what do you want to take away from all your designs?
To have self-appreciation for the culture, whether you're African or European, to understand the purpose of it and to re-implement a dress code that has been lost in this country amongst our people, because my clothes is geared toward them, but they're for everybody.
Okay.
So this is why I make the Sankofa and the UBN styles, so everybody can have a choice. Well, you might not like all African fabric this year. Next year, from your comprehension of it, you might like it, and then that will also lead you into studying more, learning more, instead of walking down the street reading the ebook that don't have nothing to do with you.
True. Now, is this information right here, is this like a show you're putting on, or is this information?
Yes, that's for Circle of Sisters. I'm going to be a part of Circle of Sisters with TRS, with a prominent brother that I met, and I appreciate Mr. Cole, Norman Cole.
Shout out to Norman Cole.
Yes, he brought me into this circle, and Everything that I've been doing in the last few months since I got aware of it has been towards gathering material funds so that I could put on a real show when I come here.
That's good.
I plan to have several models to walk through. Steering people toward our table, giving out our flyers and giving out our cards, so that they can see that we're a brand that's here to stay. No matter what happens, we're here to stay.
All right, well, we do have to wrap it up. Can you just tell us where we can find you so we can know more about your company and your business?
We have a webpage on Facebook, 7 Creative Soul Art, and creative is with a K. The 7 is a Roman numeral with a V capital I. You could Google us and we'll come up as well. We're working on putting together all the other pages, Instagram, Shopify, so forth and so on. But Facebook is our main thing now. And we also do art prints, and we do natural cosmetics and natural oils.
All right.
So you can basically come to our site and get just about everything you need, and we're growing. So
awesome. Well, I love the attire. Guys, you've heard it first. Thank you so much for blessing us with this information. Right now, we are going to hop into the number 3 music video. We got Vane with Hello. Take it away, Video City. And we are back with Let's Talk with Normal Cole's Network System. And we are here with a very awesome and amazing guest of ours. We have Luzelia. She is a baker.
Yes.
And she currently has her own company called Luzelia's Cakes. Already I'm excited. So let's talk. Let's talk about your company. When did you come up with your company?
It started in 2011. I was diagnosed with cancer.
Oh, I see.
And in 2012, I had 35 sessions of radiation. I was fortunate that it was really very, very early stages, and I came through it just fine, but
God
it was
bless.
a scare.
Yeah.
And it kind of shook me up a little bit, so I started thinking about when am I going to retire, and I wanted to do things after retirement. So I started thinking about what I like to do. I love cooking for my family. I love preparing special meals on holidays and stuff. And then I thought about baking cakes.
Okay.
I know that there are a lot of people, research has shown me that there are a lot of people out there that bakes, but I wanted my cakes to be set apart. I wanted them to be different. So I started, I'll do them from scratch.
Okay, so
that will make it taste different.
Okay, so when you say scratch, it's all natural ingredients. Do you make vegan cakes, or is it normal, what others call normal cakes, I guess?
No, it simply means that it's not something from a box. I use self-rising flour, fresh eggs. I use butter, not butter blended, not margarine, but I use pure butter. So that gives it a really special flavor. You know, that makes my cake kind of different. A lot of my customers tell me if they go to an event, if it's in the same circle, that they'll use me as a baker, they know my cakes because of the taste. So they're good.
Wow, okay. So where can we find your cake? Like, do we order online, or do you have like a Facebook?
I have Facebook, and on my labels, my phone number. I've started a website, so you can find me. My website is luzeliascakes.com, and you know, in all my labels, it has my telephone number and also my email address. So easy to find. Just pick up the telephone.
Nice. So basically, you've been in business now for 6 years.
No, it actually started 2013. I was looking at some water books today, and it reminded me it was started in 2013.
So do I get a chance to like taste some cake? Did you bring any samples?
I'm glad you asked. Well, thank you. I'm so glad you like it.
What did you make the crust with? Was that granola?
No.
The crust? What was that?
That is, I had my granddaughter taste it because that's something special that I tried.
Oh, it's a special ingredient.
Yeah, and I added a little cinnamon to the crust.
Nice. Oh, I'm about to be like planting and try to like steal the ingredients.
Yeah, I heard that. Did I tell you? Did I say that on television?
Oh, this is great. Are they all the same? They're all cheesecake?
Yes, they're all cheesecake.
I'm just being a greedy person right now. But no, this is really good. What's the price range for your cakes?
That depends upon the size.
Okay.
Okay. My cakes will start about 25.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, all the best. And we can find you on Facebook, as you say, Lucelia's Cake.
Lucelia's Cakes.
Cakes with an S.
And
plural.
also my website,
And what is your website?
luceliascakes.com.
And you heard it first. And right now we're going to hop into the number 2 music video. We got Deal the Villain with Legend Blue. Take it away, Video City. Thank you.
Beards, beats, and kicks. Extended break. That's the point. Part of the journey. You know what I mean? Ain't where you at. It's where you going.
And we are back. It's a girl here, Miss Green, the Jamaican princess, and it's Let's Talk with Norman Cole, Network System. And look who we have is Mr. Norman Cole. How you doing today?
I've got a little cold, so
You have a little cold?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So Cole has a cold. That's very
Cole
good.
has a cold.
But
all
I'll
the
try
puns in the
to go
world.
through this. I've got my tea over here, and I can just take a little sip. Like
That's
this.
great. I wish I had some tea, but you know, my show, no tea for me, so it's okay though.
Oh, that's just tea. Ginger ale? Okay.
So let's talk. What's new this year for you?
A lot of good things. We're getting ready to do Circle of Sisters, and that's going to be September 30th at Jacob Javits Convention Center.
Where's that located?
And that's Jacob Javits Convention Center.
What
and
borough?
That's going to be in Manhattan. It's on 33rd Street and 12th Avenue.
Just for the listeners.
Yeah,
who
and it's
don't
going to
know.
be at least 20,000 women of color networking,
Wow.
150
Wow.
different vendors. The largest group of vendors is CNS, of course, us. We'll have anywhere from 35 to 40 booths. And all kinds
You
of
guys
vendors.
will
Yeah,
have
we do.
35
We have a large collective.
Because these are the people that you represent, the small
they're
black
part
business
of-
owners.
They're part of Cole Network System. Besides that 30, maybe 40 different vendors combined, we have another 35 that will not be there, but they're part of our system. All right, and it's starting to grow more every year.
Okay.
And it's about being a collective and working together, building that economic wall like you tell them to do.
Yeah.
You know, forget about Trump's wall for China and wall for Mexico and wall for everything else in the world. Black people have to build an economic wall.
Keep
to
everything
protect
on the
yeah,
inside?
Keep things on the inside, keep some things outside too. All right? We don't spend enough time working together.
I'm guessing you don't believe in integration.
I believe in integration. It's not a problem. We're not talking about segregation. We're just talking about taking care of oneself. Everyone does that.
I mean, for
except
me,
us.
I don't feel integration is bad. You know, Malcolm X preached it the best, and I totally understood why he said that. And had we continued that process, we will still have our Black Wall Street, I believe.
Well, let me say this about that. I feel as though integration is part of the American process, and it should be used. There's a time when you should take care of yourself, though. And right now, we've kind of missed that boat. Now, Malcolm also said, if you put too much cream in the coffee, it's not black anymore. All right, he said a lot of good things. At that time, that
We don't
was
need the
something
hackers.
that's at the time that was good for that time. This is a different era, and you do need other people.
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking we need to expand the black experience, and I feel like the other people should be black people. I'm not excluding anyone,
Oh, I'm not
but
either.
that will
I'm
help
saying
us build up
if
further.
you have your hand like this, it's one way. But when you do it like that, it's a fist. You can get a lot more done. All I'm saying is we need to close the hand a little bit. We need to do some self-actualization. We haven't done that enough. All right. We need to love ourselves too. We don't do that enough.
I know.
We always want to look like somebody else rather than us. I tell people all the time, go look at Soul Train. The old original Soul Train. See what those people look like.
They're all black.
Yeah, they were
Why do
very
you
much.
think, and I know we're probably steering off, but we're going to get back to all of the events that's
ahead.
going on. Why do you think that has changed so much? Like, I felt like back in the day, there was so much black movies, black power movies. Nowadays, it's like European whitewashed, and a lot of us are allowing that to happen in the media.
Well,
Why
let me
has
say that
changed?
back in those days, and you weren't even born, you
Well,
had
you don't know that.
Well, I'm
I'm an 80s baby for
well,
like 4 months.
I'm not even going to tell my age, but we're going to talk about you had segregation. You had no choice but to have your own. I
Right.
grew up in Baltimore. I could not go around the corner and get a soda pop. That's what it was called in my day. All right, we weren't allowed to come around the corner. We didn't care. We went to our own store. We went to our own schools. Everything was done that way because that was the nature of the beast at that time. That's changed, okay? if you look at now, we have an incredible number of black people with degrees, advanced degrees. Okay, had a black president. That would have never happened in my young days. They would have shot him by
we can
now.
speak on that, but we never had a black. I mean, I love Obama, but he's mixed.
Yeah, I understand
Okay,
that.
so-
I mean, Jesse tried, Shirley Chisholm tried, okay, but again, it's a different time. And
I
at
hear
this
you.
time, I'm still talking about an economic wall.
I know.
Taking care of yourselves, but still taking advantage of the process. We help to build America too.
Oh, yeah,
Does that
I
mean
know.
you don't get some of the fruits of America? Of course not.
We are trying to, but we have people of the higher power who won't allow that to happen. That's why we have to build our wall that you're speaking of. That's
The
why I
economic
said I
wall,
feel like integration,
yes.
we should just exclude that for a little bit until we build us up and then be powerful enough, and then we can include as much as we want to.
We have something called the FIFY Showcase 2018. It's fashions intended for you. We're going to have a presentation similar to what Fashion Week does, where we're going to allow designers to show boutique owners, retailers, their designs, and try to buy wholesale. All right, and basically,
okay.
that's going to happen February 27th. Any designer that wants to show their designs to boutique owners, retailers, based on wholesale consideration, all right, needs to be part of that. And it's going to happen February 27th. It'll
Of
be held in Manhattan.
2018.
Oh, yeah. But the idea is you are trying to sell your garments and you want to make some money. And the only way you're going to do that is have someone come in and buy wholesale from you.
Okay. And my question was, because I know you're still getting up to date with technology.
Talking about me personally?
Yes.
I knew you was. I knew that was coming.
Creating an app makes things run a little smoothly. Do you think you will be investing in an app so that people could, get all this information off the bat very easily and promote that?
Yes. I have two guys.
Okay.
Michael Dussel
Okay.
and Ashawn.
LaShawn?
Ashawn.
Ashawn.
A-S-H-O-N.
Hey, Ashawn.
Ashawn, how you spell your name? A-S-H-O-N. Like he's out there, right?
Right?
But again, those two young guys, they're handling all the techniques.
Got it.
It's not me.
I'm glad.
old
It's
time.
good to. So you're already in the process of that then. Then I'm glad. Awesome. Well, you heard it here first with Mr. Norman Cole. Thank you so much, Norman. We're going to be showcasing all this stuff on the screen very, very soon. So right now we are going
It's
to.
right there.
It is right here. But you're going to see it on the screen very, very soon. But right now we're going to hop into the #1 music video. We have Worldarama featuring 50 Cent with Sunny Days. Take it away, Video City.
Yeah. I love all y'all. Off, 2, 3, 4. It all started on April 4th, 2012. You was born my third son. I was happy as hell, couldn't tell me nothing, cause I knew you was coming. My third son, that's something, and we was ready to. Me and Moo in the hospital, holding you for the first time. Couldn't think of nothing to say, so my first line, I told him you a big brother now. He was like, for real, Dad, wow. Looked at him and smiled, cause that was everything. Couldn't express the level of blessed and joy that bring. My 3 sons, my 3 kings, a song to sing. We wasn't prepared for what Mother Nature's about to bring. When through the summer, spring came first, now fall's about to ring. We couldn't explain the hurricane, destroyed everything. Cars, homes, and even people died, but we survived. We couldn't explain the hurricane.
All right, y'all, that's it for our show. Once again, it's a girl here, Miss Green, a.k.a. the Jamaican Princess. We're down here at Wall Street, and it's Let's Talk with Norman Cole at the Network Systems. Thank y'all so much again for joining us. If you want to be featured here on our show, if you are also a black business and you need some exposure, hit us up down below. All right, thank y'all so much, and God bless. Hey guys, it's Miss Green here, the Jamaican Princess. I just want to give a little special announcement. If you guys want to see extended versions of our interviews of our artists and music videos, as well as bloopers, outtakes, a whole bit, log on to videocitytv.com. Remember, we're #1 because the street said so.